So in the final installment of the 5 stocks over 5 days in 5 minutes, which stock are we going to be talking about? Is it going to be Apple? Is it going to be Procter & Gamble? Is it going to be the famous Coca-Cola, one of the best dividend stocks of all time? No, you're all wrong. We have got a spectacular stock that I think is really flying under the radar, and I think this stock could warrant great returns in the future along with a lot of stability. And it's none of the stocks majority of people are talking about. But before we get there, thank you to everybody who's watched the first 4 installments. If you like this kind of thing, the 5-minute short snippet videos, let me know down in the comments. I can do one on the tech sector, I can do one on other aspects. If you like this short format, let me know down in the comments, and thank you very much for watching, liking, and of course subscribing. But before we move on, remember this is not financial advice. I'm just a bloke with a beard in Budapest, currently melting because it's touching 40 degrees Celsius and I just can't cope anymore, and even my air conditioning unit, which I just fixed, can't cope either. Likes are always appreciated. If you want to do so, subscribe, and if you want to check out eTORO and join the chat room for life, sign up on eTORO on the pinned comment and you get lifetime access to the chat room just for being an eTORO member. Now by now you should know the drill. Let's start the timer and let's get into this. In this video we're going to be talking about IBM, the boring company. No, not Elon Musk's boring company, it's just literally a boring company, or so many think. IBM stands for International Business Machines, and yes, it sounds like a high school kid made a project and that's what he named his company. Someone took it seriously and turned this into a billion, well, really a lot of billions in terms of revenue. But no, IBM is a worldwide name and it offers many services, from cloud services to technical services to businesses worldwide. I've lived in many cities around the world over the last couple of years: Moscow, Budapest, Copenhagen, London, Madrid, Gothenburg, and they all have an IBM in the city. This company is massive, so if you haven't heard of IBM, don't worry about it. I hadn't heard about them either until I started moving around the world and realizing that they're one of the biggest employers in majority of these cities. Now, fundamentally speaking, IBM is a massive company, 129 billion, that's billion, not million, size market cap company. Simply Wall Street's crazy algorithm, which is right as much as it is wrong in my opinion, says it's 25% undervalued. And if we look at the PE ratio, it comes in at 24 and the PEG ratio comes in at 3.3. which I don't think in this market is actually bad at all. Now, TipRanks has 8 analysts, and again, if you don't know what TipRanks is, it basically gathers information from analysts all around the world at some of the biggest companies in the world. They give a 12-month price target and it'll give you some simple output. There's an affiliate link down in the description if you want to go check it out. But TipRanks says that there's 8 people rating on this, 4 buys, 3 holds, and 1 sell. But if we amalgamate all these analysts together and put their 12-month price target on, we can see that their 12-month price target comes in at around about $151, which would mean that there's around about, at the current price, an 8% upside potential. Now, while you're here, they offer a decent dividend, a 4.5% dividend at the current price, which is not to be snuffed at. This is a solid dividend. The company has a history of increasing its dividend and is also a good payer in terms of safety, and always looks after its invested by making sure they do get their damn dividends. Now, looking on the chart, it's a pretty brutal picture. Now, I'm just showing you from 2012. From 2012, this stock has been downtrending. We've seen 10, 15, 20% drops at times where people could slowly be sizing in. But because the stock hasn't really rebounded since 2012, then that doesn't really paint a pretty picture unless you're buying in the dividends in the hopes that this company will turn around eventually. And I really do think it will, but that's not financial advice. Now, when Miley Cyrus happened, this stock absolutely crapped its pants, and since then it's recovered. And at the current recording of this video, it is priced in at around about $145. And if it goes back to pre-Miley Cyrus levels, then there's around about a 10% gain there. But past performance is not an indication of future results, so just hold your horses. So you probably sat there thinking, this is the final installment of the 5 stocks over 5 days in 5 minutes. Why are you picking IBM? It's downtrending, it looks like an absolute bag of shit. But there is a reason, and that reason is, it's a bit of a secret. AI, artificial intelligence. IBM is massively investing into this sector. They've had competitions where other companies, smaller companies, individuals have progressed their AI into IBM, and they've pursued a lot of these projects. I think that your various companies like Apple, Microsoft, your usual suspects for AI, artificial intelligence, have already priced in a lot of that potential. But I don't think IBM has, and the chart sort of proves that. And one of them projects that came to light recently is they're working on a program that will help you block targeted ads. But coming back to why I think this is good, is more for things like YouTube. I'm pretty sure a lot of people watching this video or other videos on YouTube have probably had some guy trying to sell you a course, some girl trying to sell you get-rich-quick schemes. We even get them in the comments, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure we're all sick of these people trying to tell you to get rich quick on YouTube or get rich quick on, trading penny stocks or something stupid like that. And some of their more interesting upcoming AI projects are more healthcare related. Things like tackling malaria, mental health, and human trafficking. I mean, imagine if the US could employ an AI system that would completely stop or even limit some of the human trafficking that's coming over from Mexico or even in Europe coming in from Africa. It's a really shame, and I'm not against immigration. I mean, after all, I'm an immigrant myself. I'm living in a foreign country here, but there is unfortunately a lot of bad things happening with human trafficking, and I think AI probably is one of the best ways to stop this. Now, taking all of this account, long term, I think IBM will do very, very well. But is it a buy?